Goals versus systems. We all have those goals that we wish we could realize right at this second. Of course, there's nothing improper about it, but the odds of success drop when you put in too much mental energy into reaching your goals. In this video, I'll break down the science behind that phenomenon and why you should prioritize creating a system above goal attainment. Let's first examine the distinction between a goal and a system. Goals are singular events. Once you approach them, you are finished. On the other side, systems are what bring you to your destination. They are the regular procedure you follow, and they steer you in the general direction of your objective. Alternatively stated, a goal is the destination, but a system is the road to your destination. For instance, losing 30 pounds is a goal. Going to the gym is a system. Getting an A on your next exam is a goal. Studying and reviewing your notes every day is the system. Making $1 million is a goal, while investing is the system. Once you have a good system in place, goals aren't really necessary anymore. Now, I'm not suggesting that objectives are pointless. Goals are crucial, since without them, you have no idea what type of system you need to develop. However, once you are aware of your objectives, focusing on them becomes counterproductive. This is because when you pursue a specific goal, you operate from a constant state of failure. Say, you desire a perfect score in your exam. You've only reached 80 so far, which indicates that you are not fulfilling your expectations. And even when you achieve a score of 90, you still fall short of your objective. This might lead to subconscious feelings of irritation and sadness, since you are not yet at the desired stage. And the longer your aim is, the longer these sensations last, which frequently cause you to abandon your goal. Therefore, it is not surprising that individuals who concentrate on the process tend to perform better in the long term. Many individuals assume that achieving a certain goal will result in a life-altering event. But what happens once you do it? Typically, you feel good about yourself for a short time, but it doesn't take you long to pursue a new, more challenging objective. For instance, if your aim is to have $50,000 in your bank account, and you accomplish this, you feel fantastic. However, you will quickly feel as though your life has not altered significantly, because it is not much different from when you had $30,000. And shortly after reaching the $50,000 barrier, you'll dream that you have $100,000 in the bank. And if you achieve that, you'll quickly desire $200,000. And this continues endlessly. When you achieve a certain goal, you feel good. But that excitement passes very quickly, and you want to feel the high of success again. So you set a bigger goal. You believe this new objective would finally make you feel permanently accomplished, but it never does. Therefore, if you ignore the goal entirely and only concentrated on a system, you will still obtain results. If you have an excellent strategy for producing money, you will reach $50,000 regardless whether you have that exact goal or not. You might be wondering how someone can make a good system for themselves. Since everyone's life is different, each person has to come up with their own system. But everyone should do these three things. First, you need to choose which way you want to go. Second, you need to ask good questions to find out how to get there. Third, you need to try out different answers and make changes. Let me give you a scenario. This is Josh. He wants to be a pianist. Okay, so he wants to go in that direction. He must now figure out how to get there. So he asks himself, how does a person become a pianist? He gives the simple response. Every day, they play the piano. This is going to be Josh's new system, playing the piano. So, Josh tried to work the new system into his day, but after a week, he realized there were some problems. He didn't always feel like practicing the instrument or have the desire to do so. Sometimes he was too tired from his day job to do anything. So, he thought of more questions to ask himself and tried out different answers. He thought that playing the piano at different times of the day might help him get more energy. After work, he always played in the afternoon, but it turned out that mornings were much better for him. It gave him a chance to get really good at the piano before he got too tired from his job. Josh didn't know how to solve his motivation problem on his own though, so he looked for a solution on the web. He found that he should have a dedicated space where he can play the piano without any interference. This creates a subconscious connection with a dedicated space, and the activity becomes easier to start. So he tried to use what he had learned. Even though the advice was good and helpful, he still had trouble getting himself to do it. Josh looked for more information and learned about the 2-minute rule. He did very well with this method. When he didn't feel like playing the instrument, he went to his dedicated space and used the 2-minute rule to get himself going. And that's how Mike's system slowly started to change and get better over time. Even though his goal is to be a great pianist, he didn't worry burden himself about that. He was more interested in following the system, because if he did, he would get to where he wanted to go, just without the feeling of being annoyed. So, instead of thinking, "Oh, I have to play the piano," he focused on his daily objective, which was to start playing at his dedicated space for at least 2 minutes before he went to work. Also, once a week, he would review the progress he had made, or didn't make. What was working, he kept in the system. What wasn't working, he threw out and looked for a better solution. Josh's system got better the more difficulties he had, because it gave him a chance to improve it and fix its flaws. And his system was different from anyone else's, because what worked for others didn't always work for Josh, and vice versa. In the end, he came up with a complete system that helped him get where he wanted to go. You too can make your own method for just about anything, like Josh did. Determine where you want to go, seek questions on how to get there, integrate the question, and then recalibrate if necessary. By doing that, you will find yourself in your goal without even realizing that you've made it already. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, this is the time to hit that subscribe and like button. Doing that will help you find more helpful videos from ours like this one. Thanks for watching.